Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. I thought I would share a few tips in this video. So if you are a mum that has little ones that they have to get ready for school, or even big ones actually, this could work pretty well for. I thought I would just share some really simple tips and hacks that will just make your mornings so much more stress-free. So these are some things that I do because I have 3 boys that are all primary school age. So mornings can definitely, if we don't have certain things in place, become quite stressful and rushed. So these are just some things that I find makes my life so much easier. So I will jump straight into the video and show you exactly what I do. The most important thing for me to do on a school morning is to get up before the boys are awake. Even if it's not even very long, even if it's just 10 minutes by yourself, I think to wake up before the children are awake just really gives you that minute just to have a much more calmer, stress-free morning. You're going to be calmer because you've just had 10 minutes. Go make yourself a cup of coffee, have a glass of water, just have a little stand outside, get some fresh air. It just really helps for me personally to sit in the quiet with a hot cup of coffee, or I will get ready before they are ready. Then all I have to worry about is getting them up. Obviously I know that if you've got little ones and they're still getting up at like the crack of dawn, that isn't that simple. But my boys are getting to the age now where they are not the best at getting up, especially Toby, who's my eldest. He is a real teenager when it comes to getting out of bed. But I do like to try and get some things done just for me in the morning before they are awake, because then I am completely ready for them and I can start their breakfast prep and everything, and I'm already good to go. So I do find that helps. But even if it's just 10 minutes that you can just have to yourself before the chaos starts, then I think it really makes your morning run a lot smoother. One really good thing to do if you have children that don't like to get up in the morning and it is a real struggle, I find that putting on some music that the boys loves really motivates them to get out of bed. So putting on their favourite song on Alexa can really put everybody in a much better mood. As soon as they wake up, they're not feeling as grumpy and groggy. So that is a great little tip. Put on their favourite song when you go in to wake them up, and it might just help to get them up on the right side of the bed. So one thing that I find really important for helping our school morning go a lot smoother is to organise all of their uniforms. So I keep the boys' uniform in some plastic drawers in their wardrobe, and they each have their own drawer that has their uniform in. The way that I pack the drawers is to put sets of uniform into groups and then fold them over, so it is really easy for them to get out a whole uniform in one. So obviously a trousers, a t-shirt and a jumper just all folded into one, so that then they don't have to pull everything out and go messing up the whole drawer looking for different things. They know which drawer is theirs, so they're not going to be rummaging around in their brother's drawers or anything like that. So that really saves us so much time to do it that way. Obviously when they've got PE, their PE kit is all there in one, and same with their uniform. I also make sure that they get one of these out the night before, just to put it out ready for them in the morning, so they know that they've got their set of uniform. As soon as they wake up, they can put that on. So I find that really helpful and time saving. And also with their boys' school socks, they are all kept in one separate area. So again, they know exactly where to go for their certain coloured school socks. They don't need to rummage around for anything else. They can get out them, they can get out a vest if they need to. So it just makes the whole process a lot quicker, but also a lot neater as well, because they can definitely be messy when they are looking for things in their drawers themselves. So it just keeps all of that to a minimum. Another thing that I have got is some chalkboards. They've each got one of these, and what I like to do with them is to write them a list, or they write it themselves, of things that they need to do as soon as they wake up before they can put the telly on. So we have a rule of no screen time until you have done all these things. So it can be things like make the bed, brush your teeth, get dressed, have breakfast, and they really enjoy going along that list and ticking everything off. And then once they have done everything and they are ready, then they get to go and chill out and watch TV. I find that really motivates them to get their little bums moving and get them sorted instead of them coming straight downstairs, sticking the telly on, and then I find it really difficult to get them to do anything if we do it that way round. So that is another great thing. The chalkboards were just not much over £1 from Home Bargains, so a really cheap little investment, and something that, like I say, they enjoy going and ticking off their list. They can be a little bit competitive with it as well, and yeah, it's just an easy thing to do. Or if you don't want to do it that way, you could do it with different pictures to stick on a board. You could draw the pictures of the jobs that they need to do, or you could just write it on a notepad for them. But yeah, that just keeps them on track and stops them from forgetting things as well. So I'm not reminding them constantly to do certain things. They will know whether they've done it or not because they have to tick it off themselves. Another thing that I find really important for our mornings to go smoothly is to snack prep for the packed lunches. So I make 3 packed lunches a day, which is not my favorite thing to do, but making up their snacks I find saves me so much time. So in this little video you can see how I do it. I keep these plastic containers that just keep all different kinds of snacks in. If you would like a more detailed video on some of the snacks that I use and make for the boys, then just let me know down below. There is a whole selection of different things that I like to get in for them. Everything is very cost effective as well, like making up pots of jelly or doing little DIY dunkers, and prepping all the fruit and veg and things I find obviously is going to save me so much time in the week, because then I can just go to each one, grab them and put them in their lunch boxes. So that is a whole system that I have that really saves me some time. I've got a whole cupboard dedicated to the boys' snacks and their lunch boxes. So yeah, that is something I would really recommend doing, is to prep out your snacks. Or if your children are at that age where they can start packing their own lunch bag, then they can go and start picking out the snacks. If you have certain ones, like they can have one from like a treat one or your fruits, and they've got to pick certain things, and then it gives them a little bit of responsibility as well if you are letting them pick certain things to go in their lunchbox for the day, if they know which section they've got to choose from. Something else I always like to do is make sure that even if it's 10 minutes before we have to leave, that the boys are completely ready to go, even if that's coats and shoes and everything, because that's one thing that time can really run away with us if we don't do it till last minute. Because I could be thinking, oh, we've got a couple of minutes, let's go get ready. They will go into the kitchen and take forever finding their shoes, and then getting the shoes on the right feet. Then someone will need the toilet, and then it just goes on and on. So I always like to make sure that we are completely ready to go before we have to be ready to go. So I will always tell them that we need to go when we don't, and then yeah, at least I know that we are going to go out the door exactly on the time that we need to. I also like to keep anything on the stairs that we need to take with us. So their lunch boxes, as soon as I've packed them and made them, I put them on the bottom of the stairs, which is the nearest to the front door. As soon as they have put their water bottles, then we put them straight by the front door so that they're not going to forget them. Any forms or anything, although we're not really handing anything like that in at the moment, but when everything is back to normal, then I will always keep everything right where we need it, and then we just know that we're not going to forget anything either. And if you can do it the night before, that's even better as well. So there you go, that is just some really quick easy tips that I just wanted to share with you of how I make our mornings run that little bit smoother. And I must say that we have generally quite a stress-free morning unless I miss my alarm, which does happen very occasionally. But yeah, trying to get up nice and early before them really gives me a great day. Not just morning, like it gives me the whole day then, where I just feel like I have got myself together a little bit better. So I hope you enjoyed these tips. Let me know in the comments below what kind of things that you do to make your mornings less stressful. Even if you haven't got kids, what you like to do before you go to work, or whatever it might be. I would love to hear some of your hacks and tips as well. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button as well if you're not already subscribed. I would love to have you here, and I will hopefully see you again for my next video. Bye everyone.